mundial.
And she wants to thank everyone who has offered their support here in Colorado, but also across the world, because this is a movement across the world.
Pero también pide que no la dejen sola. Los costos legales siguen avanzando. Sigan donando en su cel directamente a ella, a ninguna otra persona.
But I want you all to please keep her in mind. Please donate to her legal fund, because legal costs are growing. And donate directly to her and to no other fund.
Ella va a estar aquí hasta el día jueves. Quiere seguir hasta el lunes. Ella quiere seguir sintiendo el apoyo de la comunidad, no solo aquí en Colorado o donde ella reside en Texas, sino de todo el país y de toda la gente que se quiera sumar a su causa.
And so she's going to be here until Monday, and she's asking that you all continue to support her as she continues to work and that they follow what's happening with the latest in the case.
Y perdón.
Perdí la última parte.
Pero también quiere agradecer a todo el mundo que por primera vez en décadas la comunidad latina hispana se está uniendo por una causa.
And we want to thank everyone, especially within the Latino community, because finally we are uniting around a cause, nationally and internationally, as one community for justice.
También le agradece a todo ese grupo de camioneros a nivel nacional que se están uniendo, creando boicot, de no venir a Colorado para buscar justicia.
We also want to thank the truckers who have launched a boycott, who have said clearly that they will not come to Colorado until there's justice.
Porque en estas luchas a veces se hacen sacrificios, pero para tener ganancia, y necesitamos una reforma al sistema criminal.
And so it takes all of us coming together, and we need to have a criminal justice reform so that there's justice for everyone.
Que Dios los bendiga a todos por este apoyo tan grande que me están dando, no me dejen sola. Y que ven qué puedo hacer para ver a mi hijo, porque me voy a morir si no veo a mi hijo. Yo quiero verlo, Dios mío. Yo quiero ver a mi hijo, señora. Ayúdenme.
Ese es un pedido directo para la
Yo lo necesito. Yo no lo veo hace mucho rato. Ni hablo con él, no sé cómo está. Ay, Dios mío, me voy a morir si yo no lo veo.
¿Qué queremos? ¿Cuándo la queremos? ¿Qué queremos? ¿Cuándo? What do you need? What do you need? Right now. Gracias a todos.
Morning, everyone. Former State Representative Joe Salazar, member of the Colorado Democratic National Committee. Thank you very much. Also the former Vice Chair of House Judiciary here when I served for 6 years. And I was asked to speak, to kind of give a punctuation about what criminal justice reform looks like, since we began that process back in 2013, and I'm glad to see that my strong brothers and sisters in the Latino caucus are continuing that work today. Let's remember that mandatory sentencing, which started in the 1970s and culminated in the 1980s, happened because judges were handing out unequal sentences to black and brown folks as compared to their white counterparts. We couldn't trust judges in their discretion to dole out fairness when it came to sentencing. They used racism and their bigotry to attack our communities. So, instead of Congress actually using their power as the second branch of government to hold the third branch of government accountable, instead of going after those judges and penalizing those judges for their racist decisions, they decided to enact mandatory sentencing to disastrous effects to our communities. Because as the pendulum was swinging from one end of judges using their discretion to engage in racism, the pendulum swung the other way to district attorneys who now use mandatory sentencing in a racist and unequal way all across the nation. And so the bookends of the court system, the DAs and the judges who do the sentencing, in between swinging in there are our community members, facing the injustice one way or the other. And people saying to ourselves, we need to do criminal justice reform without taking a look at those two bookends, without holding DAs responsible for their charging decisions, without holding DAs responsible for using mandatory minimums to force people to accept unjust pleas, and without holding our judges accountable for the way that they handle their courts. And that's why we're in front of the state capitol. Because this is the second branch of government. This is the part that develops the policies, that develops the laws that judges and DAs are supposed to follow. This is the part of government that imbues upon the justice system their powers. Right here. And so as they move forward, as this caucus moves forward with the Black Caucus, and let's just be honest, it's important to have representation of our people here in order to engage in this work. As they engage in that, let's continue to remind them that real criminal justice reform also includes holding judges and DAs accountable. Because we know that in the 21st century, not much has changed from the 20th century. All we have to do is take a look at DAs, in this particular case here, who are using brake pads as though it was a trophy of war. Come on, tell me. What kind of person do you have to be? Like, what kind of lack of compassion must you have to parade around with brake pads as though you won some major battle? This was not a war. This was a tragedy. It was a tragedy for the victims. It's a tragedy for the victims' families. And it's a tragedy for Rogel as well and his family. There is no winner here. And I'll be damned if the DA's gonna think that they're the winners here. That's why over 5 million people have signed the petitions. And thank you for lending your voices all across the world to that petition. That's why 5 million people have lent their voice saying, no more injustice in Colorado or anywhere else. Thank you very much. I appreciate you.
Again, thank you everybody for showing up today. And just to top off of what he said, what happened the other day with the district attorney's office just kind of shows you how they view the community. When they hold a trophy and they're proud of what has happened, that just kind of show you what we're dealing with on the other side. I want to thank everybody for showing up. I want to thank the legislators. I want to thank the family for coming out. And I know they appreciate the support. Thank you everybody. Thank you for the media. Keep this fight alive. It's important for not only Rogel, but it's important for us going forward. Thank you.
Quiero agradecer a todas las personas que están presentes y los que no están presentes y los que han hecho que esto se haga realidad. Pero queremos enfocarnos en la burla, ¿ok? La burla con la que la fiscalía cogió un freno de camión y lo convirtió en un trofeo. Un trofeo para mí es una ofensa porque hay 4 fallecidos, hay varios heridos, que mis condolencias para toda esa familia. Es increíble, increíble, esto será historia, que un jurado, la justicia, haga semejante barbaridad. Coger un freno de camión donde fallecieron 4 personas en un accidente y varios heridos y están incriminando a un joven con 110 años. Eso es una burla para la comunidad latina. Gracias a todos, gracias por el gran soporte que han dado.